everyone, welcome back to Katarina's Garage. My name is Katarina Lloyd, and today we're at the Red Deer Swap Meet, and we're gonna go check out some of the stuff that's around and whatever else. Maybe some notables that I find. There's obviously like a lot of empty stalls here, which I'm quite surprised about, but you know, it's kind of how it goes. So let's see what we can find. You know, there's obviously like some stuff that is not automotive related, like such as the hat racks and stuff. But there's like some headers over there, and you know, taillights off of a 80s Merc, which is kind of cool. You know, a bunch of wiring harnesses and stuff. Like, you never know what you're gonna find at these, because sometimes you might find that unicorn of a part that you've been searching for years.
Yeah.
On a swap meet like this, right? You know, even like gotta love the old school daisies. Those are sweet. Now, unfortunately, there was I only saw one wheel at the stall over here, but I meant to ask about it. There was like a wheel and tire that they had. I don't know if they had multiple or not, but yeah, you know. And all the different tires and whatever else, like these giant Mopar, you know, wheels. Now, tires are old, definitely. But yeah, for $200, I mean, you get some wide wheels. Let's see in there. I wonder how big those actually are, but regardless, you know, all this random stuff that you find just lying around. Sometimes it's just random. Hey, how's it going? Yeah, I just ran into somebody that I knew. To be honest, we're friends on Facebook, and with the you know, with the track days, actually, he's always out there every year with some sort of a weird car. To be honest, with the weird little car club. Even he brought out the NSU Prinz last year and brought that onto the track. And fun fact, that car made only 17 rear wheel horsepower on the dyno. Right? You know, steering racks and whatever else you can find, even old license plates. And there's even a guy here that sells a bunch of like literature for like advertising and stuff for your vehicle, and he's here every year, to be honest. You know, and it's pretty neat to see all the little stuff, because you never know. Like, as an example, you don't expect to see differential bearings for Dana 44 for specifically 94 to 2008 Dodges, right? Like, it's a bunch of random stuff here, and it's great, honestly. I love just walking the show. All right, sorry for the abrupt end of the footage there for a second. Due to some music playing in the background, I don't know if it was copyrighted or not, so I didn't want that, but check this out. 57 Chevy short box, which oddly enough, I know is where one of these is sitting. And it's a little rough, admittedly, but not too bad. 6-cylinder standard, runs and drives. Brakes are done. You want the info? There it is for you. And, you know, it being a shorty, too, it's pretty sweet. It's got a really nice patina on it, and love the old 1970 plate, but like it's all rusted out and stuff. That is neat. And yeah, like people sell obviously full vehicles here. They sell parts. You know, if you've never been to a swap meet before, just go. Worst case scenario, you're just looking at parts and you don't really get anything. That's fine. I'm not planning on buying anything here today. Even though, like, yes, I was looking at some other stuff, but yeah. And actually, I may have eyed something that I'm potentially interested in. Let me see. Yeah, so there was just a BF Goodrich tire that I wanted to take a look at, because I wasn't sure what size it was. And unfortunately, it will not work for what I need, sadly. It's only one, and if there was two, I may have been able to make it work, because it was a 285 50-15 rear tire. Now, that's not going to fit in my Fox body at all. But I have other things in mind for the future, so for stuff like that. So yeah. You know, and even stuff like this, you know? Nice A833 with the pistol grip. Gotta love that, right? And surprisingly, there's a lot of Mopar stuff around. Like, you would expect more, you know, Ford and Chevy stuff. But this show, like I said, you get a bunch of stuff. And even like, somebody has over here a set of Miata wheels just sitting right over there, right in behind that little sign there, which is just, you know, surprising to see here. It's just one of these things, not like the others, right? You know, even like 289, although I'd be interested in that carburetor, maybe. I might have to ask if they'd sell the carb separately. I'll have to look up the tag. Hang on. You know, like there's even speed parts, like this big ass turbo here with not a bad price on it, actually. You know, but and even like they got 5-tech EMI and stuff. You know, just the no guts in the tranny, but the rest of it. And like, even like the little baby turbo. You never know what you're gonna find. Like I'm trying to find that intake carb that I saw earlier, because again, I'm not interested in the intake. I just want the carb. I looked it up, and it is a 1.01 Venturi, which means it's a 240 cubic inch two barrel. It's not exactly the most desirable, but I like to find those early Motorcraft two barrels because they have Holley-sized jets in them, so it's very easy to rejet your carburetor. And the only Fox body parts I found so far are these two early 4i center consoles. So like these are 79 to, actually that is incorrect. It's not 79 to 93, 79 to 86. Because in 87 and later cars, they actually moved the e-brake over a few inches, and they have a totally different design. They don't have this computer up here with all the clocks and stuff, so that is actually incorrect on that. But it's pretty cool to see. You know, some other Ford carburetors and stuff, but yeah. All right, here we have a 57, I believe? 55, sorry. Chevy truck, you know. Very nice under the hood and everything. And see all around it, it's actually not in bad shape. It's definitely a driver quality, but it's in pretty good shape overall. Love the orange paint, and you know, there's a little information on it if you guys are interested. As long as they're sweet, I love these, you know, wheels that they put on it, which these are like similar to like square body wheels and stuff like that you see all the time with the beauty rings, but I still love them honestly with the centers and stuff. And then in front of that, they're advertising, you know, their business, right? Which they do like sheet metal fabrication and everything. And like, and check out the work that is done to the bodywork of this puppy, right? You know, 1930 Chevrolet hand-built body. It's got an inline 6 under the hood with tri-power setup. I mean, the carburetor's not on there, but this is a work of beauty, honestly. Like, very much a work of art. And it just goes to the quality of work that they do, right? So there's their info, if you guys are interested. Then also, there is this old Mercury M5, or M6, M5. So this is the equivalency of a 5-ton truck, and it's a cab over, as you can see. Now, the Mercury trucks were Canadian only. They were done to skirt the chicken tax at the time against anything that wasn't purely, you know, like American made / Canadian, right? So we had to pay like a duty. So instead, Ford had the brilliant idea of just taking the trucks into Canada that way and badging them as Mercurys. And that's what this is. There's not really much of a difference between this and a regular Ford. You can see kind of in there a little bit, you know. But yeah, this has a flathead Ford in it, you know, manual transmission and everything, dually tires, and it's a pretty neat truck, you know. If you're interested, there you go. Alright, well I think that'll just about wrap up this video. You can see this cool Model A behind me as a nice little backdrop here. So thank you all for tuning in to this video. It was kind of a short one. There wasn't as much here as I would have liked, but you know, at least you guys get to see, you know, what it's like here. You know, you can see the T-Bird right here, which is such a lovely, lovely car, right? And yeah, but anyways, I didn't end up picking up anything, although I'm gonna do one last quick little search. There's only about 10 minutes left of the event, so yeah, say goodbye to some friends and stuff, and then yeah, so anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, please like, comment, subscribe, all the different stuff. Stay tuned for the next video, and I'll catch you again in the next one. Peace out.